The President of the United States is stealing from the American people. It doesn't matter if you hate me or think I'm a libtard monster with TDS or believe that everything I say is lies, because this just happened. The President of the United States announced that he is transferring $10 billion from the U.S. government to the Board of Peace. Now, the Board of Peace is the newly created international organization that includes a who's who of the authoritarian nations of the world, including Saudi Arabia, UAE, Qatar, Egypt, Turkey, Israel, Argentina, and Hungary, all of who paid $1 billion each for a permanent seat at Trump's table. And I say Trump's table because Trump created the organization. He named himself chairman, which according to the charter that he wrote means he dictates the entire enterprise, has full and exclusive authority, and will designate his own successor. So if there is any period of time where Donald Trump is not president of the United States, he will remain chairman of the Board of Peace for life. Donald Trump created an organization, picked who was on it, chose the board, made himself chairman, and he's now transferring 10 billion American taxpayer dollars into an account that only he controls with no oversight. To be clear, a sitting American president diverting $10 billion in public funds to a personal board violates the Constitution, our federal appropriations laws, and every basic anti-corruption safeguard our country has. But you don't need to understand any of that to know that this is wrong. Even if you think President Trump is doing all of this with good intentions, if you voted for him, you voted for America first. And now our money is going everywhere but America. To bring that point home, the first plan for the Board of Peace that was rolled out by the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, at Davos this year is a $25 billion luxury rebuild in Gaza for global investors. It's a real estate plan for the rich and famous, to be built over the rubble of Gaza. Your money, the money you worked for and paid taxes on, is now going to build a playground for the rich and famous in the Middle East. Even if you are one of Trump's #1 fans, that should concern you. You can ignore that the Board of Peace is filled with war criminals and dictators, or that the American president is appropriating money from the American people without congressional approval. You can ignore that the president's son-in-law is in charge of the first project, and that project is a modern pleasure dome city for the ultra-rich. But you cannot ignore that while Americans are losing their healthcare and their education, and our costs from groceries to housing are through the roof, the president of the United States is taking $10 billion from us and putting it into an offshore account that only he controls. We get nothing while they build a luxury land none of us will ever see. You can hate me all you want, but you know that is not right.